Hello, my name is Matthew, and the other day I read The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. The reason I picked it up was because last week I had read that French book titled What Never Dies, purportedly to be translated by Oscar Wilde. And I talked about it, and it was largely a disappointment on almost every aspect of what makes a good novel, in my opinion. The character, the plot, the description, the language. I'm very skeptical that it was even written by Oscar Wilde. Nonetheless, I decided I wanted to read something great by Oscar Wilde. And there's a lot of great things to read by Oscar Wilde, and probably one of the most fun things is The Importance of Being Earnest. He has several society plays that are all fantastic, but I think The Importance of Being Earnest is probably his most famous and most notable. And reading again, it's easy to see why it might be his best. There are very few things that I read where it just puts a smile on my face from the very beginning all the way to the end. Now, like I said, this is a society novel. It's a satire of the upper classes in the late 19th century London, England. It's also a madcap, screwball, absurd story. It's completely unrealistic. It's completely unbelievable. And I mean, the plot makes no sense. The characters make no sense. They don't act like human beings. And what puts it like full on display is the what makes it so brilliant is Oscar Wilde on the page, because when you start reading any of these society plays, but The Importance of Being Earnest, you don't care that the plot doesn't make any sense, and you don't care that the characters are inhuman, because it's all Oscar Wilde, and he is such fun, witty, sharp company on the page. What makes it especially special when I think about it is screwball comedies are rather common. You can think about all the sitcoms over the decades that can be great fun. But what makes these plays so special is the personality and the wit of Oscar Wilde. Not only is he witty, there's another characteristic which I can't pin down, but it's the speed, the snappiness of the dialogue. It reads very quickly. It reads like these are sharp characters having a really fast back and forth banter. Now, the story itself, it's a story of double identities and double identities and pretending to be different people, and using that device to escape from the town into the country, or the country into the city. And it's a three-act play, and it begins in London with Algernon waiting for his mother, who is Lady Bracknell, and John Worthing, who goes by Earnest, is in town. John Worthing is John in the country, but Earnest in the city. as we're waiting, we get these great character moments. The servant is preparing and putting out cucumber sandwiches for his mother. Algernon is just eating them. He's constantly eating, has a comedic effect. Later, when Lady Bracknell arrives, he's now eaten all of the cucumber sandwiches, and he turns to his butler and says, "What happened to the cucumber sandwiches?" And the butler, without missing a beat, says, "Oh, they were completely out at the produce market." So just knows to lie. But they have this conversation, Algernon and John Worthing, Ernest, and it's revealed that John has this double life that he's leading. Then Algernon reveals his terminology is bunburying. And so they're both doing the same thing. Algernon pretends that he has an invalid friend or brother, or whatever it is, friend that lives in the country named Bunbury. And John in the country has a make-believe brother who's an invalid and a bad person that is constantly getting into bad situations, named Earnest. And so that's the situation we have. Now, John, who is Earnest, is in love with, let me get this right, Gwendolyn. And he proposes. Lady Bracknell arrives, and there is just this show-stealing scene with Lady Bracknell and Ernest, John Worthing. And she's trying to see if he's a fit suitor to marry her daughter. And the questioning is so fabulous on the page. She says things like, "Do you smoke?" And he says, "Well, I must admit that I do." And she goes, "Good. Every young man should have an occupation." She says, "Where do you live?" And he says, "Well, I have a townhouse on this side of the street." And she says, "Ah, the unfashionable side. We can change that." And he says, "The side or the street?" And she says, "Both, if necessary." And it's every line is full of those classic Oscar Wilde witticisms. And the more that you read different things by Oscar Wilde, the more that you'll realize that he recycles these chestnuts. And it doesn't bother me at all because they are tried and true. It's just always great fun. Algernon figures out where John lives in the country and decides he's going to go into the country, now pretending to be Earnest. And John had a plan to kill off Ernest when he goes back into the city, because now that he wants to marry Gwendolyn, he has to rid of this double life. We go into the country and we meet Miss Prism. Oh, also, as far as the absurdity, it's revealed that Ernest was adopted and found in a handbag in a train station. So that's sort of like the unbelievability that you can find in many different aspects of this book. It's just absurd and silly and fun, and we just put up with it because it's wonderful. In the country, Miss Prism takes care of Cicely. Ernest, John Worthing, comes back into town, promptly announces Ernest died of a chill, and goes off stage, I guess. Algernon shows up saying, "I'm Ernest," and meets Miss Prism and meets Cicely. And now Algernon, pretending to be Ernest, falls in love with Cicely. And hilariously, Cicely and Gwendolyn, as a critical aspect of their love, this person must be named Earnest. And so there's great moments where Algernon would say, well, what if my name was Algernon and not Ernest? And she goes, no, 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 I could never marry you. And John says to Gwendolyn, well, what if my name was Ernest? What if my name was John? She goes, no, 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 I couldn't marry you. So they both have a plan to get christened and to be renamed Ernest. It's all screwy and weird and convoluted. All the characters have these different names. Well, John and Algernon, really. So now there's a moment where Cicely and Gwendolyn meet, both believing that they've now been proposed to by the same person, Ernest, who we know are actually two different people. And we get a fantastic battle of wits and back and forth between these two. Lady Bracknell shows up because Gwendolyn had left for the country and she's off chasing her. And then we have a very fast, very convenient wrap up of this story. We find out Miss Prism lost the handbag, so she's the reason why Algernon got left at the train station. And then it's revealed that his actual name is in fact Ernest, and it ends with everybody embracing, and John, who's now really is Ernest, wraps up the play with the title. Sometimes, what is it? I don't know if it even matters. I've now realized for the first time in my life the vital importance of being earnest. And all the plays on words with Earnest and all of Oscar Wilde's other great quips and witticisms. I also read Lord Saville's Crime and Salome. I might make videos about those another day. Maybe not Salome because I think it's one of the weakest writings of Oscar Wilde, but Lord Saville's Crime is a great companion piece to The Picture of Dorian Gray. But the main thing is that it's great fun. And I have it in my major works by Oscar Wilde, tried and true companion. Let me know if you've read it. Let me know what you think of the play or the other plays or anything else by Oscar Wilde. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment if you would like, and thank you and take care.